Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to my channel, Soul Journey. My name is Beck, and we're going to do something a little different today. One of my followers asked a very deep and heartfelt question that they wanted me to talk about, and to be honest, I don't feel like I know the answer. And so what I was guided to do was to ask my guides and channel their message. The higher council, the feline council, whoever wants to come through and answer that message. So basically the question was, how do we live on this planet when we feel the pain of others, when we feel like the planet is sick and dying? I'm summing it up. When you feel so much and you just don't want to be on the planet anymore, like, how do you move forward in life? What is the purpose of being here in that, and move through that? And that's big. I mean, being a human in it can be very hard to get broad enough to have a good answer. So I thought I would channel whatever comes through, and I hope this helps. All right, let's get into it. Limited perspective. This question comes from limited perspective. Limited perspective is valid and part of this experience, but it's important to notice the difference between your limited perspective and the all truth. Pain is a part of the experience you signed up for within the spectrum of being human at this time. Just like sickness and famine, these experiences help elevate consciousness by creating contrast. When a being sees and experiences wrong, they are not allowing for the potential growth or lesson that can come from that contrast. They are judging it and then pushing. They are judging it and therefore pushing against it, which only creates more resistance, which creates more of that experience so that the challenge can then be looked at through new eyes. Discomfort is an experience. Your body is finely tuned so that you can know when something causes discomfort or pleasure, in which way you should move. They are signposts, guiding posts. It is when you get caught up in the guidepost instead of what it is guiding you towards that you create suffering. If you see a sign that says chasm, and then all you focus on is there is a chasm, what will we do? That creates suffering. Instead of saying there is a chasm, let us walk around it. Let us build a bridge. These are two perspectives. We can either look at the problem or create the solution. When there is discomfort, it is an opportunity to create a solution. Your planet is not sick. It is growing. There are growing pains. All of these experiences come down to perspective. And you, as a creator being, as a multidimensional being, get to decide what that perspective is. You have been told for so long that there is a singular truth and that one must align with it or you are wrong. But rather, there are infinite truths to be discovered. There are infinite realities where different truths are true. This may seem like a very vast and broad concept, but as your species is evolving, these concepts will become easier to digest. There will be resistance to the status quo. For the beings in power on your planet do not wish for you to remember your power. When you are holding your power, when you are utilizing your power, you are not easily controlled. This will change the status quo on your planet as your species evolves. There are some who wish for this not to occur. That is none of your concern. In fact, you chose to come to the planet to shift this status quo, to elevate this planet in its consciousness. Every aspect of your planet is evolving. The animals on your planet, the plants on your planet. Some things have already elevated and you are just tuning into a vibration where you can actually observe the transition they have already gone through. This time is a time of reevaluating, observing, perceiving, and re-engaging with the beauty that is on your planet. There is always beauty to be observed. And it is your choice whether or not you would like to observe that or if you'd like to focus on the aforementioned chasm. And as we know, the chasm in and of itself has beauty as it shows a story. It shows a perspective. It creates growth. There are so many beautiful, beneficial aspects to the chasm. In fact, it creates more environments for other things to occur. We use this literally and metaphorically. It is okay to acknowledge the discomfort, the challenge, so that you may move to what feels better. Denying is a form of resistance. But you do not want to live in that pain for too long. Utilize it as a tool that it is and move forward. Now, some may say that we have a limited perspective because we are not in physical form. There is a truth to that. And we are learning from you as you are learning from us. It is a dance, a respectful dance of knowledge being exchanged. There is a reason we choose to leave non-physical to come into the physical. There is a learning and a lesson within that. And with that, contrast. Just the awareness that the contrast was chosen and the contrast has purpose can readily help the feeling of suffering within the experience and helps to elevate your experience within the contrast and opens up new possibilities for the experience, which is ultimately what you came to experience. You are never truly stuck. You are never truly stuck. There is always a possibility. Your job, your lesson, is to remember that there is always a possibility. It is very easy within the third dimension, density, however you'd like to express that, of physical, stagnant, unmovable experience or energy. It is part of the experience of the 3D. However, it is important to remember that that is just a contract, just a perception. As you know, even the most solid thing is energy moving when you get down to a molecular level. As your awareness broadens to these concepts, it will alleviate the pressure, the tension of the experiences that feel stuck or unmovable. Your perception, your belief, and your expectation dictate your entire reality. And as you shift those things, you will move into alternate realities, literally, not figuratively, literally, where your reality will be a reflection of moving energy, other beings that are on the same page as you, an elevated earth. Every earth that can be experienced is available for you. You just have to decide where you want to focus, and therefore bring that earth that you desire closer to you. Or you closer to it, however best serves your mind. Truly, there is no separation. Only what you are choosing to perceive and not to perceive. There is infinite good and infinite shadow. You get to decide which amount you will be perceiving at any time. You ultimately have the power. We are just here to remind you. And powerful you truly are. We are complete. Thank you for receiving this message. I hope this answer was helpful. If you have any other questions that you would like the higher councils of planet Earth to respond to, feel free to comment them down below, and we will get to those in the future. I will put the caveat I just heard them say. I will I'm still floaty. We will look at the questions and I'll ask the councils which ones they want to answer. I will not be choosing those, and they may not answer every question depending on what they feel is necessary for the collective or which ones they vibrate to respond to. So if your question if your question is not answered, just stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get to it. But that will be the order in which they do those. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please hit the like button and hit subscribe if you aren't already. And if you'd like to check out my other offerings or get a private reading, you can go down to the description and find my social media and my shop. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a long time. Woo. Thank you so much for watching and receiving this message. Many blessings and namaste. And don't forget, it's all about the soul journey.